Japan. Girl, yo bitch wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
What's going on, guys? Brad Sauce here, back with another video. Today in this one, you guys are going to see 5 things that I absolutely hate, maybe dislike, about my 2015 Ecoboost Mustang. If you guys like the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more, hit that bell for notifications so you always get notified when I post. And as always, peace out. So the first thing that I can absolutely not stand is the interior lighting in this car. They have this yellow bulb. Everything else in this car is LED. In here also, this yellow bulb. I think this is the dumbest thing that they could have done with this car. I mean, literally everything else in this car is LED. The headlights are LED, the taillights are LED, the dash is LED. I just don't understand what made them want to put this in the inside of the car. Another thing that really drives me nuts is the taillight, the reverse light. Not the taillight, the reverse light. The reverse light is this same color. It's not an LED, it's this same color, and it absolutely drives me nuts. Another thing I can't stand about this car is these god-awful body lines. Here's a good example. So right here you can see gapped, gap. Nice and tight in through here. I don't understand these terrible, I don't get this. Here's another, let's find another example. Again, on this side, gap, tight, gap. I don't get it. Another good example of this is the hood. You can see on this side, I mean, looks pretty good, right? Come over to this side, way smaller. They can't find a happy medium on any of this. I don't understand. I don't get why these body lines are so difficult and such a hard thing for Ford to understand and get right. Another thing that absolutely drives me nuts about this car is there's no type of digital speedometer. You can go to gauge, you can go to through all this, and I mean there is literally, that's what you get that. Nothing in this car to give you a speedometer other than, you know, your typical speedometer, whatever. But a lot of people really enjoy that digital speedometer. Digital live readout of how fast you're going, 53, 54, 55, 56, whatever. And it doesn't have it in this car. And most cars have it. Most cars, it's a very common thing. I don't know if it's just the Ecoboost that doesn't have it or just the performance pack that doesn't have it. Maybe it's the premium package that has it. But I know my car doesn't have it, and that really drives me nuts. It should be a standard thing on all Mustangs. Another thing I really can't stand about this car has to do with the automatic start. So once you get in the car and once you have it started, you have the ability to change how the climate control works. You can either use auto and it'll read the temperature outside and make adjustments in the car for the climate as to what the temperature is outside, or you can use the last setting. And the last setting will basically take you to whatever you have, whatever you had last. If I had it on full blast, it would start at full blast. If I had it off, it wouldn't start with anything. And I really think a very unfortunate thing is the auto just doesn't do what it should. It doesn't warm up the car. Like, yeah, it'll defrost the windows and make it very easy for you to clear off your car, but it doesn't warm the car up. It makes it feel like you're still outside, but with defrosted windows. So yeah, I can see, and I'm not spending my time outside, but the inside of my car is just as cold as it is outside. So it kind of defeats the purpose in my opinion. But I still do keep it on auto just because I don't drive this car that much in the winter. But last setting definitely works well. The only problem with last setting is most of the time when I get home, I would forget to even turn the heat on full blast so it's ready for the morning. But that's where auto comes in handy. But like I said, auto has its downfalls, and the last setting also has its downfalls. But that's one of the things that I absolutely hate, very strongly dislike about this car. The final thing that really absolutely drives me nuts, I love to have my window down like this, right? Well, let's just say, for example, I wash my windshield and spray my window. I don't know if I'll be able to get this, but water will always come right in through here and drip right down on to my armrest every time. This whole thing right here will be absolutely soaked, just completely soaked with water. You can see all the napkins I keep down there just to keep this thing wiped off while I drive. Now I had the S197 body style, and you know what, it did the same exact thing. I don't know if this is just something with Ford that they haven't figured out how to channel water away from this area, but it happens and it's still happening. That's the fifth and final thing that I hate about my S550.